the beauty, the wonder of it all is that you just got to realize and have the gratitude that you're out here and live and learn and get to enjoy yourself and breathing the freshness of air. It's lovely. When the sunshine rains will be the new day. Isn't it a beautiful day today to be out? It is Saturday. You can see the openness of this beach here. So we're actually here in Iberian Seahurst, and people have an innate ability to create the invisible creations of their imaginations and bring it to reality here as a scenario of enjoying oneself in nature, or you can be with someone if that's something that you are desire. So in the reality, from the dream to concrete 3D, here you see the spirituality is a consciousness, or it's the foreseeing the future, because the future or the past is also the present repeatedly of that future of that past. When we are driven by the thoughts journey to tell ourselves stories about the future as how we want it to be, it may be, well, at first it's hardwired because it has been installed to us. But first of all, happy 1st of May. As we human brain closely link to our ability to speak, right? Because we the only intellectual being. Hey, look at this little rock here stacked together. And we conduct and construct the language and create the language from the north and the south, because we're able to speak and use our communications, and we are planning ahead in others, and also we create and help support others. It's a hormonal process in which hoarding behaviors are triggered by, for example, shortening the daylight hours by splitting the 12 hours from the 24 hours. And also we have the capability, the capacity, the capable of planning a decade ahead as well too. For 10 years, be able to plan that ahead, map it out. But within the 5 years, this all depends on what you like to do. Within the 3 years, and that's the future, be planning ahead. But what about living in the present moment? That is also the taking account of the extraordinary contingency for more irregular than that, the seasons. Because we know that's 4 seasons here, right? The essence of the mind, the ascending of our consciousness, offering compelling explanations, the part of the human brain that control. And also waking up in the morning, the reticular activating system that we need to regulate with our mindfulness and concentrations. It's expelling the explanations. When you do the meditate samadhi, you get to see it clearly. Not all the time, but we will be able to have some control over our speech and our actions. And that's the thoughts that's not ours. When we hear it, we see it, we feel it, we know, recognize it, and we do not involve with the ballistic. It's going to go berserk. So we have the power, the ability to hit the animals, like throwing a rock at them as the beginning of the time when we first started, before we making a rock into a spear and shell. So the rock here, we make concrete, a monument of pillars. And it is important to the survivor skills that we're able to learn in the human early years. We use stone to throw at the dinosaur. And again, make a thrust, spears to devour the other animals. And we also devour each other as well too, financially at times. So we evolved to create wooden spears to thrust and shield from the hateful nature, right? And we cultivate the love and kindness no matter regardless with our strength and our ability with the mindfulness and concentration during the meditation, right? Of the kindness and wisdom of experience, and the knowledge of the kindness is the positions your ability to think ahead, because we are here to forming unifications, a love in this equal family, and somehow it will more than just a small talk. It is the human ability, the benefit, and also for us to feel, to see and sense each other as well too, to have the enjoyment in the present time, and also be in silence together as well too. It is how we are
resuming workout
wired at times, and we fire the arrow before it's spoken. That's not good. So we have to get to know one another instead of making it judgmental. In other words, that is the key aspect is the pillar of three mind, heart, spirits. It's not the ballistic way of the insidious, right?
Pausing
It is the
workout.
language that is pre-planning, performing enough for mental dry run in order to line up all the sequence of the fine muscle that we can fine tune as an instrument. So as the muscle fiber movement, as we work with the mind connectivities, and it's required the performance of the activities
Resuming
for us
workout.
to
Pausing workout.
see and feel, to connect the neural and the neuron and or chemical in our brain. And once we perform the activity on a daily, it makes us feel better. Or sometimes we may use a psychedelic to help us to make that intuitive change of perspective. And sometimes those stuff make sense to me, and sometimes it may not make sense to one, because it is a scientific theory for most of the stuff that we may hear and explore. But we marvel at the sight we see here. It is at times inquisitive. It is at times so elegant and glamorous. Well, elegant of the beauty of the lady. And seeing the opposite of nature, beauty, wonder of animals, human animals, and all this you see here. Not every day you get to see a lot of people, every now and then, but that's okay. We practice inwardly anyways before othering our dreams, inserting the dreams, lucid dreams into reality, and living a life freely, sovereignty beings. And as we sleep in, we make sense of the dreams and try to interpret some of the dreams that we are dreamt about unconsciously at times. But it's beautiful. But when we have the nightmare, just make sure that that nightmare is a blessing in disguise. If that beautiful
Resuming
dreams
workout.
we have, wake up, be joyous, and just saying that good feeling throughout the rest of the day. It's a possible way of the happiness that is consciously and being aware of it. This is a formal
Pausing workout.
a formal way of recalibrating your mind to the better feeling, to rehearsal of that structure of your scenario, and remembering that collectively you collect that and remember it and use that as a technique. I would flip the script to positive from negativities, insidious, and all those unskillful minds, so you'll be more skillful in this time, because your mind's fine and sublime. So skill with it and extremely make it artistic, because that's what you are, masterpiece and progress. It's about ending it here. We're gonna go get some exercise after this. Once again, you gotta use your ingenuity and do what you love and be appreciative. Like being out here, I'm really appreciative of just being out here, just because the fact that we are a sovereignty being, we get to just run free, live, we love, and we share. And some stuff come easily, some stuff is not. But when it comes, let it come. When it goes, let it go. Some people are immediately love. Some people are maybe not so much, but we are all great in our own ways. And remember, peace of mind, love of heart. Thank you. Have a great day now. Bye.